we f***ed up. Now I have to point a finger at myself because I didn't do my homework.
We could make a bit of a challenge out of it. Can you live 24 hours at an airport?
Today I screwed up and almost wasn't allowed to enter the United Kingdom due to new immigration law I've never heard of that applies to all of us. So enjoy this video and perhaps learn about the new guidelines of entering Great Britain so you don't end up in the same situation. If you're new to the channel, my name is Josh Cahill, a multi-award winning aviation YouTuber with over 500 million views, and I love to hold airlines accountable for the promises they make. My favorite hobby? Featuring unique airlines from all over the world. I organized Afghanistan's first all-female flight, and I'm also proudly banned from Qatar Airways.
So guys, and here we are, beautiful good morning, on our way to Prague with my good friend Nick, aka Swiss001.
Yes.
One of the most boring aviation YouTubers the world has ever seen.
Straight back out.
But anyways, this one is a big time on me. You know, I didn't know that you need an ETA now since January 1st to enter the UK. And guess what? Until I did my online check-in with EasyJet an hour ago, I was reminded that I need one. And I was like, what? Did my research, and you do need one. It's mandatory to enter the UK. So I just applied. So did Nick. Nick didn't do his homework either. And once again, that is totally on us. We f***ed up. And the irony of the story is, it took 5 years to get my US visa because we are on our way to the UK for the global inaugural flight. It took 5 years to finally get that damn US visa. And it might be a simple ETA of the UK that prevents me to go to the USA.
Yeah. So if you see me in the course of this video go bald because of the stress, that's why.
But yeah, applied. I'm still waiting for approval. It's still early in the morning. It is 7:38. The UK it's 6:38, so I can. It's perhaps done manually. I don't know, but fingers crossed. And you know, I'm very harsh. The first to point fingers at airlines if they screw up. Now I have to point a finger at myself, because I didn't do my homework. And that is when you constantly travel. It says, you know, once you apply, it says it can take up to 3 days to get approved. But I researched and it usually goes real quick. But yeah, this is the situation right now. It might be a video of me missing my flight to the UK. Our flight to the UK. We'll see.
Dan Infinite Flight said to the group. Interesting, haha.
Dan Infinite Flight made it onto the YouTube video. Dan, I'll see you. And we were all supposed to meet in Glasgow tonight, have beers. So Niall is there, Dan, Gabriel from Flight Radar. I don't want to miss that because there's nothing better than having a beer with your bros. All right, I'll update you once we're in Prague at the airport, which we arrive in 5 minutes.
Flight said to the group. Well, that is a very legitimate reason. The officer obviously...
So we just arrived at Prague airport. Anxieties are rising. I checked my emails, still nothing. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. How do you feel, Swiss?
Feeling great.
Feeling great, yeah.
Positive vibes only.
Yeah. Stay positive. So still no ETA, but we try to check in anyways, right? Let's see how it goes. Let's see if any questions are asked.
See if any questions are asked.
The plan was to be super nice to the check-in agent and not have him ask for our ETA. So let's see how that worked.
Hi, good morning, how are you? So I checked in online, but it wouldn't let me download the boarding pass.
Really?
Yeah.
So I can print it this way.
Yeah? Say again?
I can print it.
Ah, that's cool. All right, awesome. The flight full today?
You fly to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Almost.
Almost full. Yeah. And I picked a seat, it should be emergency row, right? 12.
Yes, exactly. Well,
Awesome. Awesome.
We have cool suitcase.
Yeah, I do travel a lot, but sometimes I need to clean it up a little bit. Hasn't gotten lost yet. Touch wood. It has never gone lost. Fantastic.
This is something like a chair.
All right. Awesome. Have a good one, eh? See you, mate. So the good news is we checked in. Neither of us was asked for ETA, though there was a big reminder. Did you see that laminated piece of paper there which said...
The QR code.
Yeah, with a QR code. Do you have it? They haven't asked. So we got past the first obstacle.
Like that's what I thought. I feel like when they have a QR code for you to scan it, it must mean that lots of people shortly before their flight, end up doing the ETA application.
Yeah, I mean, that is my theory as well. But I think it's the same staff that's going to handle the gate.
Yeah.
So they might just let us pass through, and maybe by the time we land, we might get our ETA approved. And worst case, I reckon they can do it at the border as well. I read a couple of comments online where it says that you can actually go through the automated gates at Heathrow, or we're not flying into Heathrow, we're flying into
My
Edinburgh.
idea also would be we could make a bit of a challenge out of it. Can you live 24 hours at an airport transit?
Yeah. But anyway, since we are flying to Scotland and not England, Scottish people are very nice people, very lovely people. So I might just think they let us go in the country and say, hey,
Yeah, sure. They let us illegally immigrate for sure. Great.
Exactly. We're just there for 24 hours. Let us in. Anyways, let's head to the gate.
Here it is. You must apply for an ETA before you travel to the UK, but you can travel to the UK while waiting on a decision. So it's the application that counts and not the results.
It's quite good because we were panicking is the thing. So just stay calm, always. Doesn't matter where you go, what you do, chill.
Yeah.
Because we were good from the second we submitted.
I have a top tier tip. Just scream at low-paid airport employees. That always helps.
No, always be kind and never stress. The golden rule.
Right.
Anyways, anxiety is gone. It's all legal. We're not doing anything that is not allowed. We can officially travel to the UK, and we'll be okay.
Yeah.
And all those people on those online forums stressing out, we should have just leave a comment there and say, guys, you can still travel as long as you apply. So we're all good. I'm going to America now as well. UK and then America. Life is good. Now this is going to be a comprehensive EasyJet review with my dear friend Nick from Switzerland, who made a name for himself flying flight simulator. That's all he does.
All day.
All day long.
It was then time to head to the gate and fly one of the greatest budget airlines the world has ever seen, EasyJet. I had several flights on them in the past and they have always been fantastic, especially the crew always stands out. So let's get on board of one of their 355 planes, making it one of the largest airlines on Earth.
Just to give you guys an idea, this guy paid 20 euros for speedy boarding, and now we are standing in a jet bridge together. How do you feel about wasting 20 euros for speedy boarding while actually not getting speedy boarding?
It's about
The privilege.
it's about the prestige of having the S1 in your
On our
boarding
boarding
pass. Like the gate agent was checking me out. I was like, oh my god, he's so wealthy. He's able to do speedy boarding.
Incredible.
You
Here
know?
we are in a jet bridge
And she
together.
called me Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, your ex-girlfriend did so too, no? Right, that's bored.
At least I'm not poor.
And here we are, welcome aboard EasyJet's Airbus A320 with 186 seats in a standard 9 abreast configuration. Fun fact, EasyJet is the largest Airbus A320 operator in the world.
Ponechte v uličce místo, aby mohli projít ostatní. Pod sedadlem.
So guys, and here we are, welcome on board EasyJet's Airbus A320. In the past, I always had brilliant EasyJet flights. Crew is always really lovely. It's the case on this flight as well. We scored the emergency row, which has fantastic leg room, and it's a little bit hot in the cabin. But other than that, what is your take on EasyJet so far? How did your speedy boarding go?
The speedy boarding didn't go very well. I was very displeased to see you pass me.
In the jet bridge. That's it, right? I'm fast, lightning fast.
You're faster than me. But no, this is really nice. I mean, this is probably the largest amount of leg room I've ever had in my life.
So the lesson that we learned: do not spend money on speedy boarding, but on an emergency row.
Yeah.
Very good morning.
All right.
For the flight decks, Captain
Flight time to
King, my name is
Edinburgh,
Ben Tudyk.
2 hours.
Today is first.
That was a very, very long takeoff.
You know what I noticed? You kind of look like a young Roger Federer.
I don't know who is.
You don't know Roger Federer?
Not personally.
How old are you?
20. Of course I know Roger Federer, the best tennis player in the world. I don't know. I don't remember what he looks like.
Like you, like a young version. You look like a young version of him.
Oh, I wonder how he became successful then, to be honest.
Who do I look like? Who's my look-alike? Sam Chui.
I had the same thought. I just had the same thought. I was like, I was gonna say Sam Chui.
It's interesting. Sometimes people think I'm non-stop Dan.
Nah, you're not gay enough.
No,
Sorry, just continue.
Dan, if you're watching that, this guy is weird.
Much better styling than you. Fleece jacket and shorts.
It's nice. It's a Tommy Hilfiger.
Have you ever done a flight without shorts, like with normal pants?
Occasionally, I do. Yeah, when I travel first class. Absolutely.
What with her fleece jacket?
Absolutely. Look at me, peasant, like always wearing shorts, having a fleece jacket, not very trendy.
No, I think you're doing fine.
I was traveling in China the other day, and people said I look like Tom Cruise.
Meet Tim Cruise, his brother.
So guys, I just had a little bit of a nap, and I woke up to a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Thanks for...
Sponsored by Swiss 01.
That is very nice for buying me some water while I was sleeping.
I also ordered us some food.
Did you?
Yeah. You're about to
What?
enjoy a teriyaki with rice. I'm about to have a pizza and like a ham sandwich.
How much did you spend on the food?
25 pounds. It's not that bad.
20. Look at this guy. 25 pounds for food. 20 pounds for speedy boarding.
Yeah, well, I'm trying
Another 20 pounds for checked bags.
I'm trying to make it the most... It's 150 pounds for checked bags, I think.
So you
trying to get the most
could have just
expensive
flown
EasyJet.
British Airways.
I could have just flown...
And you would have gotten a free bottle of water.
I could have just flown private jet.
Alright, it's time for the loo review. So guys, if you've been wondering what the loo looks like on EasyJet, this is it. So tired of loo reviews. But other than that, solid flight, lovely crew, clean plane, cheap fares. That's what EasyJet is all about. I'm not complaining at all. Solid product.
Was it good?
So Nick ordered like 4 items off the menu. He paid £25 for a sandwich, chicken teriyaki, and what do you have? A slice of pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got me some water as well, which was very kind of him. So the food review today is with Swiss 001. How do you like the food?
So this is quite a dry sandwich.
Was it worth £25?
Depends on how hungry you are. No, this is okay. It's edible. It's just not the best sandwich I've ever had, but
yeah, that concludes the food review here on EasyJet. What do you think? £25? Would you spend that money on an EasyJet flight? I probably wouldn't. So since Nick ordered 4 meals, he was so kind to give me his pizza, from which he had 2 bites. So I eat the leftovers. I eat the leftovers. I'm the house pig.
You're the house pig.
It's actually pretty good. I give it an 8 out of 10.
I just wish we could see more.
So welcome to Edinburgh, and just FYI, my ETA was just approved, so I'm no longer illegal. I can enter the United Kingdom and fly to America tomorrow as well. Bye. See ya. Bye bye.
Thanks, bye-bye.
And that was it. That was my flight on EasyJet. And I can honestly say that they're one of the best budget airlines in the world. The crew is always sensational, super kind, hardworking. The ground operation is always spotless, and so are their planes. In terms of cleanness, it is really a reliable budget airline. And every time I fly on EasyJet, I have a great flight. And that's my conclusion of EasyJet. Also, doesn't matter how many views you have on YouTube, how many countries you have visited, or how many flights you take every year, rules change. What was current yesterday might not be anymore today. And that was definitely a great reminder to myself, despite of being some sort of a travel expert, just solely due to the fact that I travel a lot, that I also need to do my homework, because rules change. And sometimes when you travel from country to country, having 100+ flights a year, you think, you never needed something to enter the UK, but things change. And it's very important and a great reminder to check on the current entry regulations. I was very lucky that they're still in a kind of a gray zone. So as long as you apply for ETA, you are able to travel to the UK, which is going to change very soon as well. And just imagine they wouldn't have let me enter the UK, which would have been 100% on me. Then you lose all that money. I wouldn't have been able to take the global flight to the United States. The flight back, it would have been a big disaster. So a good reminder, don't be like Josh and do your homework. Also a big thank you to Nick, aka Swizz001, who's always a great travel companion, great sense of humor. So check out his channel as well. And if you want to access some extra perks, check out the link in the description box below for my Patreon. If you want to become part of my WhatsApp group, have your Cahill keyring, early access to my videos, your name in the credits, and so many more. So the link is down there. Also make sure to subscribe, because next week I will be flying Cambodia Airways, and the following week I will show you what it's like to fly Turkmenistan Airlines. You know, I've traveled them before, one of the most popular videos of last year. So make sure that you don't miss out on that one either. So hit that subscribe button and leave a comment and let me know what you thought of today's aviation adventure. So guys, wherever you're off to, have a safe trip.